Hello and welcome to this fast pick a card reading. This is a message that you may need to have at this time, may need to hear at this time, okay? So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Pick the pile that you feel the most drawn to. If it's more than one, great. We'll go ahead and begin with pile 1, and timestamps are below. Hello and welcome, group 1. Let's go ahead and see what your message is. All right, the Empress in reverse. Interesting. I feel like this could be you. Feeling away, okay? You feeling like you're maybe not in control of things. This could be about your mother or grandmother even. This could be you feeling like you are drowned out by love, drowned out by something, all right? If I had to give you a message about this, all good things in time, okay? All good things happen in time. That's what I would like to say to this. I think that we have to become certain states of being through experience, through learning. I think that's part of being here on earth and the way that it works, okay? You may not have it all together right now in its perfect balanced state like you want it to be. It might not be in its finality, in its final stages, and its, total completion, but that's okay. This is part of, again, the human experience. It's striving, it's even wanting things. It's the state of being pushed towards something because of not being satisfied or lack of satisfaction, unsatisfied energy. Unsatisfied energy or disappointment or feeling like you're not on top of things those are all states of being, despite what it may feel, that are actually your friend. They are there to push you, to challenge you, to help you become, to teach you, to just many things, to show you things, okay? We, by all lacks and times that we feel out of control, or that we're not where we want to be, or that we're not in a perfectly balanced state, or that we're overtaken by love or attachment, or don't have our finances together, or one thing's going great and others not, or maybe everything is going bad. For all these times when things are just not quote unquote perfect, they actually are perfect. And in every one of those states, if you were to really look down to sit down and look at them, you would recognize how much value those states have brought you. Those states of being, those emotions, those times, those moments, those experiences, how much they actually bring to you, bring from you in this world. What kind of person do they develop you into? Because I guarantee it's not all bad. And if you can't access the good side of things, or the positive perspective of things, then we're not seeing the whole picture, because there's always a positive side to everything, as much as there is a negative. As deep as that negativity goes and that struggle goes, is as high as that positivity and that wisdom goes. It's easier said than done, no doubt about it. But when you can really sit and tap into that energy, that is like tapping into radical gratitude, and that is an exquisite state of being to try and access. If you can, you can, but I mean, if you feel like you want to, like you're able to. It's not to pressure you or to say, that it's easy. It's just to let you know that, first of all, this is coming. Okay, but if you just led your whole life in this state of being, in this energy, it just wouldn't be the earth experience. It's another experience, altogether. The being pushed towards something, it's such a valuable, it's the journey. It reminds me of that Miley Cyrus song. It's the journey, it's the climb. It's not the end result. It's the climb to this. And yes, when you get here, and you will, into that Empress energy, who's confident within the unknown, who's full of love, but not so much so that she falls off her own stability. She can, let things and people come and go as they please, without really being that disrupted by it. And she's not bitter. She's full and open and full of love, but she's in her own throne. She balances all of her stuff, maybe her finances, her family, her love life, her career, her pursuits, her dreams, her creative passions, her health, all of it. She's kind of got it all balanced. She's got it all figured out in many ways. She sits, with her ancestors, very aligned and very in a lot of peace. She's probably completed a lot of her karma and taken care of a lot for her lineage. Maybe there's something with farming here even. A beautiful Venus energy. So it's kind of just reminding yourself that all states, especially those of dissatisfaction or being unfulfilled, have meaning, they have purpose, and they are actually there to help motivate us or push us or discover something. And that in itself is so valuable. Without that, we wouldn't really have that full appreciation or grasp on so much. So Group 1, that's what we have for you. We send you lots of love. Please remember you can always email us for personal reading inquiries. All information is in the description box below. Take care. Hello and welcome, Group 2. Let's see what your message is. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay. There's a few things here. I get the word struggles. For one, this is stepping outside of the box, of the societal constraints. It's stepping outside of the standard hierarchy, okay? It's expansion. Now for 2, it's another perspective. It's a different perspective on things. And for 3, the Hierophant is about higher learning a lot of the time. And you could be doing some higher learning from another place perspective, especially in sleep. Could even be underworld vibes here. But it could also say that you are resistant to learning something at this time, or you are, I heard the word destroying the knowledge learned or gained here, okay? And how would that be happening? First of all, we're letting you know that you can't destroy something permanently. Nothing's ever lost and gone. You don't have that kind of destructive power, so you don't need to worry or stress. It's more to say there's some kind of lesson learned that's been I hear the word distraught. It's like, I don't know if you've been running from learning something, or if you've been continually like going back to an energy state, or getting drawn back into a frequency and not allowing yourself to access this. Maybe you're even afraid of some kind of knowledge that's trying to come in. I feel like that energy state could be fear. It could be fear or suspicion, or getting startled or scared or something. You could be feeling drawn back into that time and time again, and then ignoring or destructing the progress of learning that's been made, and having to kind of start again to learn something. I don't think of this as like a bad thing. I think of this more as like open your hearts, open up and listen to what's being said and being shared, and don't just keep going into like the unconscious, if that resonates for you, into the unconscious of like, you know what, I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't learn this, and go back into this vibration and entertain these thoughts and entertain this, and keep living in this way where I'm going to keep closing my eyes and falling back to sleep again. Not literally, but like energetically. For others of you, again, I feel like it's breaking out of the box, out of the mold. You could even be breaking out of religious trauma here, if in which case, job well done. I would like a little support on this message. I am going to draw another card for you here. Anything to add for Group 2 here? A little support to this message, please and thank you. Oh my gosh, what's the support? The freaking Hierophant upright. So that goes back to those of you who this is about learning, or some kind of a union, because it's like talking about you accepting the lesson, accepting the learning, accepting the union somehow, okay, and not trying to run away from it or escape it here. With the Chariot, but needing to be stuck in a situation even, or to pause in a certain vibration, or to be within a certain state in order to receive the knowledge and the higher learning available to you. This is like, you can't press things forwards or move forwards and have that victory and success right now. Maybe you keep trying to, you know, move away from this, run away from this, escape it somehow, change the vibration of it somehow. It's like time to face this and listen to your lessons, listen to this knowledge. However it's coming to you. You're probably a highly intuitive person. Maybe it's coming to you in dreams or in messages. It's like you just don't want to listen. You're not listening. You're like, no, I'm not listening. You know, you need to listen to this and not try to run and escape this. It's only going to help you when you do, when you fully let this lesson in and learn it, okay? Wow, the support of this message being the Hierophant is just awesome. All right, I think that's what we have for you, Group 2. I hope it makes sense. I would say advice-wise on how to do this is just listen. Listen up, okay? Don't ignore what comes through. Really try to listen to that stuff, okay? Especially when you got a little feeling about it, like, ooh, pay attention. Like, yeah, pay attention. And don't just try to silence that or fall back asleep the next day. All right? Much love, you guys. Hello and welcome, group 3. Woo. Okay, your message. Very nice message here. It's funny, Virgo had a similar energy in their reading, and pile 2 had a Virgonian vibe to it as well. This is all about, you don't have to be Virgo, I just mean that there's like an influence there, a little bit of that energy. This is all about emotional satisfaction. This can be endings of the way that we manage our emotional world if we find ourselves in an unsatisfied emotional state of being. So that's usually our feelings. That's if we feel really down and out, depressed, lethargic, lack of energy. Maybe we feel like there's not a lot of point, or we feel unsatisfied somehow. Okay, these are all, where we're ending something. But for the most part, this is, I have what I need independently. I cultivate my happiness. I'm in a state of renewal. My communication lifts my emotions up. I'm learning how to communicate my feelings, perhaps for some of you. And it's basically just emotional satisfaction. Make this a priority. I would say that's one of the key points of this message. Okay, 1:11 there on the clock just now. To make your emotional satisfaction a priority, to know how to deal with your emotions. Make that a priority, okay? This isn't up to somebody else to make you happy. It's not up to somebody else to deal with your emotions. Yeah, it's great when we have somebody who can help us manage them or listen to us. But at the end of the day, it's you to do this, okay? A new way of doing things can always be nice to incorporate, okay? I also feel for some of you, there's something that you're going to stumble into that's going to help fill your cup here. Cups. It's going to be something that you incorporate into your life that is already a part of you, or already something you're interested in. But when you start to incorporate this more, it just brings you a lot of fulfillment, okay? And it's something that lives within you, and you give it life outside of you. It could be something with like the healing arts or work or intuitive energy or psychic energy or something like that. I think of the word sultan here. Okay, I don't know what it is exactly, but it's something in the like the energetic realm. Could create a nice sense of stability for you. I also noticed you're not really leaving room for anybody else on this bench. And I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like you need to have a space within you, or maybe even that lives in the external, outside of you, that is yours, that is your space, that is your time, that is your safe spot, or your emotional little safe spot world. You can involve people at your will, but nobody can really shake this. Nobody can really interfere with this, because it's kind of yours, And I feel like this is a great sign, a great omen. This is one of the best, the best cards for feeling like good in life. Okay. I think it just takes a little patience, a little practice, a little work here on how to connect and reconnect with the self. Also, healthy boundaries are a part of this, but not too intense. We don't want to be so like firm boundaries that we just are rejecting all connections, right? But yeah, job well done, you guys. All right, that's what we have for you. You can always email us for personal readings. All the information is in the description box below. Sending you lots of love.